Good afternoon, or good evening, excuse me. From Manila, this is the press conference for New Zealand, Egypt. New Zealand winning 88-86. Ahab Amin has joined us along with Roy Rana, the coach of Egypt. Before we get opening remarks, just let me remind you to please keep your mobile phones on silent. Ahab, can you please give us a comment on the game and I guess the World Cup?
It's been quite a journey. Coach been with us for 1.5 years now. I think the program changed dramatically. Obviously, we're in a better place now, mentally, physically, and I think that showed a little bit in the World Cup. Obviously, we wanted to finish with a win, and a win with good points. This game could have sent us to the Olympics right away, and a lot was at stake. But I think we did everything we gave everything we could. And yeah, I think it's just very tough for us right now.
Okay, thank you, Ahab. Coach Rana?
Yeah, I mean, lots of pride for this team. Again, Ahab knows the journey that we've been on for, over a year and a half now, when we started in Dakar in February, and how much this group has grown and how much our players have gotten better, and the staff and everybody has really kind of raised the standard. And I think this is a little bit of a coming out party, a little bit in a strange way. Obviously, we went 2 and 3 here, but we had a chance. We had a chance to go to the Olympics, and if anybody would say that before the tournament started, they would say, you're crazy. You got no chance. Like, you'd be lucky to win a game. And forget about today. I mean, listen, we had stretches against Lithuania where we were competitive. I thought we had long stretches against Montenegro where we were competitive, and then we started to roll a little bit, and then. Today it was just a very different game. Really no rhythm. I mean, I'll if somebody asks the question, I'll answer it. But disappointing. Very.
Okay, we'll try to get the microphone fixed. If you have a question, does anybody have a question for Ahab first? Since his mic is probably actually mine's gone too. 1 second.
Just seems. Oh, there we go.
Okay, we're back. Yeah. Okay. Did you want to say anything else while you're? Did you get cut off?
No. I just, obviously very disappointed. I mean, we, like I said from the beginning, we didn't come here to be happy with losing, and it's tough way to end on a loss in this type of a game.
Okay. Yes.
Hello, Ramon Alba, I have a question for both. You mentioned at the Olympics you were close to directly go to the tournament. You had the last moments fighting. What happened there, and why you didn't get those rebounds and you are out of the content to be directly there?
I mean, at the end of the day, just to be clear about it, because South Sudan won by 23 points, Egypt, I think, had to win by 23 points. So even if they had won there at the end, that wouldn't have gotten them to the Olympics.
Well, for us, I'll answer the question anyway, because, for us, it was really about winning every game that we played and trying to control our own environment. And, we didn't pay attention to what was happening in South Sudan. Our goal was to win the game. And yes, we gave up some offensive rebounds down the stretch. They were tough, a bunch of tip outs, but we kept competing. I don't think that really changed the course of the game. I'll just say it. I think the officiating was a major factor in this game, right? I mean, they got 36 free throws, and up until this point in time, we've been one of the more disciplined teams when it comes to fouling. We really aren't a team that fouls a lot. So right off the bat today, this game was officiated in a way that really put us in foul trouble very early. We couldn't play our guys because so many of them were in foul trouble. I mean, some for sure were fouls, but it's hard to play in that type of environment where you're not sure. What's going to happen next. And so there was a lot of uncertainty with us, and then down the stretch again, right? I mean, you have fouled out, that hurt us. But again, we had a shot to win it. I mean, in the end, we had a shot to win it, and it didn't go in, and that's basketball sometimes, right? Sometimes it goes in and sometimes it doesn't. But for us, just to be in this situation, I think is a huge step for the country and for our players. And like I said, I'm not sure if we're the youngest team in the tournament, but we're certainly one of them. And that says a lot as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to rebound out of the zone. I think it's one of the toughest positions to rebound from. We did a pretty good job in our zone. I think we went on a run. One coach switched his zone. We were unfortunate at boxing out in the last couple of possessions, and that hurt us obviously. But I think, as coach said, we've been the underdogs in every single game, and to be in the position we've been at, it's very humble, and I think it's just a start for our program. And we're very young, so I think sky's the limit, and we can get really better very fast. And also, I think officiating was key today. It changed the game, obviously. I'm not even talking about the fouls or the out-of-bounds calls. I mean, the out-of-bounds call, that's when coach had to waste his challenge. It was a very easy call for everybody in the stands. Obviously, went off his legs, and coach had to take his challenge this early in the third quarter, and we got it. So I think that was the key. And also, Omar Hisham I was right next to him. He went to the ref and was like, please watch a moving screen. And he gave him a tee with, I think, 2 minutes left in the game. That was key. So it was very tough, but I think we'll learn from our mistakes, and we'll definitely be better. We lost the game. Obviously, the refs had some influences that, but we take pride on what we did wrong. Obviously, we had a slow start, and we got them to a 12-point lead. So, I think we could do better. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to add one thing quickly. I don't want to take anything away from New Zealand. I mean, that's a very good team, well coached. They play hard. They're physical. So all the credit to them. They earned the victory. We're not making any excuses. And I want to make sure that we pay them the respect, because they're a quality opponent. Obviously, a powerhouse in Asia. It was a great opportunity for us to test ourselves again. So congrats to them. And like I said, I mean, we'll go back and we'll be disappointed, but probably an hour we'll be sitting at a dinner table having a little bit of laughs and reminiscing and getting ready for what's next.
Yes, back. Oh, sorry. I'll get you next. Okay, you go first. Go ahead.
Hi, Evan Harding, FIBA Basketball. Apologies if this is repeating a little bit from your very first answer, but Egypt was 11th at AfroBasket, hadn't won a World Cup game since '94. How have you managed to turn it around so quickly, and where do you see Egyptian basketball going from here?
Well, I think the key for us was all mental, and it was something that I challenged our group on right from the beginning. We weren't the most confident group. We weren't the most disciplined group. Mentally, at times, we would unravel on ourselves. And that was the constant theme. We talked about it a lot. We did a lot of work on the mental side. We tried to make them understand what excellence looks like, what winning teams look like at the highest level. And they were great. They just listened and they tried their best. And that's why today, we were a little bit undisciplined in the biggest moments. But that's growth as well. We'll grow from it, but I would tell you that. And then obviously, really having a very clear system of what we're trying to do and trying to really develop a clear identity. So with those three things, identity, system, and then obviously working on the mental side, I think it really helped. It paid us, we made some great strides quickly. And, we have a lot of players out there that, we have more talent, we have young talent, we have to develop the talent that we have. We got to make sure that the veteran players that we have continue to grow. And if we can bring back this group or a stronger group, it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time for Egyptian basketball.
Okay.
Ehab, congrats on a great World Cup. There's obviously a lot of talent on your team, but most of your players are playing in Egypt. Is there a special reason why we aren't seeing more of your players abroad other than Patrick and Assem?
It's kind of a complex situation. The rules in the league, it's tough to get a visa to go to other places from Egypt. There are some things that happen in Egypt, like in Korea with military service. There's a lot of different factors that keep players in Egypt. But I think the federation is being very open-minded to ways that we can help our players find the best opportunity they can to grow and develop. So hopefully we'll start to see more players playing professionally in Europe. Right now we have a lot of players playing in the NCAA. And so that's going to continue to feed the program, and we're going to have to be creative and find different ways to help develop our players. But like I said yesterday or the day before, that it also says a lot about the Egyptian Pro League. I mean, there's some talent in that league, and there's some coaches in that league, and they're developing in that league. So hopefully it's a mix of both, but it's pretty complex. There's no simple answer to that. But we're hopeful. We're hopeful that we can push that forward as well.
Yeah, so straight out of college, definitely you can't go pro like overseas right away. You got to do at least 1 year of military service. So that's after my college in the States. I signed a 3-year deal with Ali, and yeah, I mean, I'm playing in one of the best teams, if not the best team in Africa. We just won the BAL last year, and we're playing in 2 weeks in the Intercontinental in Singapore. So yeah, one of the most decorated clubs in the world. I'm happy where I'm at, but yeah, obviously. A lot of players want to play in the best leagues and best competition in the world, and I think we got the talent. And I think pretty soon we're going to find a lot of Egyptian players playing in better leagues, if not the best leagues in the world.
Ahab, could you give a special comment about Anas today? He seemed like he had his best game of the tournament. Anas Mahmoud.
Yeah, I mean, Anas is, we're the same age. We've been playing together since we were kids. Very close off the court, and I think he's unique talent. Guy's 7 foot that can dribble the way he is and run the way he can run. Coach always tells him he's the best rim runner, 7 foot in the whole world, maybe. So I think he's very agile, mobile. I think he's one of the best shot blockers in the world. Stats don't lie. I think he's been top 3 or top 2 the whole tournament. Yeah, I think he's very unique talent, and he's helped this program a lot. And he's one of the set corners for this program. And maybe he doesn't talk much, but I think he leads by example. And I think we're all blessed, humbled that he's been with us through the whole ride. And I think he played all 4 windows with us and helped us get here. And I don't think there's no way we'd be where we are without him.
Okay, I think we'll call it there. Thank you very much, gentlemen, unless you want to say anything else.
Just thank you to everyone. I mean, you know, it's nice to see the media embracing us a little bit, and because this doesn't happen very often for Egypt. So really happy for the guys to get the light shine on them a little bit, and hopefully we can continue this journey and keep making noise. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Greco-Roman.
$250 fine if I don't return it, the hotel told me. Real life.
Okay, we're going to continue the press conference. New Zealand coach Pedro Cameron and Finn Delaney have joined us. Finn, congratulations on a great World Cup. I know you probably didn't get the result that you wanted overall, but we saw some good play from you and your teammates. Can you just give us a comment, please, on the game and, I guess, the World Cup for New Zealand?
Yeah, thank you. It was a positive end to the World Cup against the tough Egyptian side who really competed. Yeah, I think you kind of said it wasn't kind of the result during the week that we wanted. You know, Tallbacks, New Zealand, we always compete with the kind of superpowers around the world. I think we kind of say that a lot, and we did that this week. You know, my mission, and I think our mission this year, but always in the program, is to push that further and not accept competing with the heavyweights. So we wanted to come in and win and get to the second round, obviously, like every team does, and we fell short on that. But we learn a lot, and you know, we keep pushing. So, yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you. Pedro, do you have any more comments?
Yeah, again, a great finish, a positive for us in a real tough game, and you know, the slogan for us coming into the tournament, there's no easy games, and when we set our sights high and have high expectations and we go at that through, organising our campaign, you can see when we get close and don't achieve what we want, it affects us. And ultimately the next turnaround game that hurt us, and we made that a point that we won't be low on the energy today. And hats off to my players and that for putting in that effort, and it came down to the wire. So yeah, great effort.
If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you, right here. Start, and then.
Finn, congratulations on the win. Jose Ramon Alba from Spain. You and Isaiah made combined 54 points, if I don't remember bad, together. How is for you living that experience personally?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? Sorry, my bad.
You and Isaiah, I think you made combined 54 points. How was that experience living on
You and
the
Leafa
personal point of
combined
view?
for 54. What was that experience like?
I mean, it's a collective. We've had different guys during the week step up and make shots, and different guys take shots at different times. Zay's extremely talented. I'm happy for him in the tournament that he's had, along with Ruben and other guys that have really stepped up. Yeah, it was nice to hit some shots with him today, and I just wanted everyone to kind of stay aggressive the whole tournament, the whole game, especially today. So. Yeah, it was nice.
Evan?
Hi, Evan Harding, FIBA World Basketball. I just wanted you mentioned before about you learned a lot. Just wanted to know what you've learned, what you can take out of this tournament, and I guess the future for the New Zealand program.
Yeah, we've had what have I learned? Yeah, kind of preparation-wise, competing against different teams and having different guys kind of into the program. With COVID and everything over the last 4 years, it's felt like a very different kind of group than my last memories at a World Cup, and this is kind of a great thing for the future. I believe a lot of guys here that weren't around 4 years ago, or even a couple of years ago, and taking those experiences and being with other guys and growing relationships on and off the court with guys inside the program now is huge. So I've learned more internally, I guess, but reinforce the message that we can compete against great teams. Kills me to say compete but not beat, but and just having guys have experiences against the Greases and the Team USAs and those players of the world are huge, and learn a lot of things that we can do better, that we can learn on. But just experience for guys and you guys is probably the main one.
Okay. Any more? Rich.
You had good production tonight from Yanni and Isaac against the Egyptian bigs. Just want to talk about how important that was.
Good production. Yeah, it's I'm looking at it. We've got a couple big minuses there, but I think overall it was another avenue we've been trying to explore along the way. They're both, one's got really tremendous experience for us in Fortu in leadership, and Yanni's just been great on the defensive end and just rim running and foul on to foul on, and everybody contributes in their way. But Yanni, I think in the end of the game they came up with 4 or 5 O-balls, just tipping it out, and kind of broke their back a little, and Fortu got the scoring going early in the first half, which was great. And we've had different people contribute along the way, and some things that is a positive is different people have stepped up at different times, and that's what's needed. That's what World Cups are about. You go through some injuries and issues you need to address, and there's always an opportunity for someone to step in and wear the black there.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Appreciate you, man. Cheers,
Thank you.
guys.